while OnlyFans is an amazing source of revenue, where I'm at in my career, it sucks that the industry does this, and I'm hoping we can continue to expand to where it's not a thing.
Just when you thought Tana Mongeau's scandals couldn't get any worse, it turns out she's been playing a dangerous game behind the scenes. And this time, it's not just about the drama. From shady OnlyFans deals to serious accusations of pimping out her own fans, the truth about Tana's so-called angels is finally coming to light. If you thought her controversial past was bad, buckle up, because this might be the final nail in the coffin for her career. Let's dive into the details, but trust me, you won't believe what we're about to uncover. Let's get straight into it, because this is where things take a dark turn. The latest bombshell comes from a Reddit post that's been blowing up, claiming that Tana Mongeau's Tana's Angels agency, TAA, is far from the empowering platform she made it out to be. Instead, it is alleged that TAA is involved in what some are now calling virtual pimping. A once die-hard Tana fan shared how they uncovered shocking details that paint Tana in a very different light. They wrote, "This gives me the ICK, to say the least." And honestly, that sentiment is echoed by many who once looked up to her. The Reddit post dives deep, revealing that Tana's agency was supposedly created to give power back to creators, particularly those using OnlyFans. However, the reality seems far more sinister. The user claimed that Tana's involvement felt more like exploitation than empowerment, suggesting that Tana might actually be taking a cut from other people's earnings on OnlyFans earnings that were supposed to be empowering these creators. And it doesn't stop there. The post goes on to expose specific incidents like Tana's appearance on Sidemen's 20 vs 1, where she actually tried to recruit a contestant into OnlyFans. She asked, "I have an OF agency and I'm looking to recruit some people. Do you F? Would you ever do it on camera?"
And I have an OnlyFans agency called Tana's Angels Agency.
Cool.
And I'm looking to recruit some people.
It's like casting couch.
And I was just looking at you earlier, and out of everyone I met, I just feel like you're a really good candidate for that.
This is soul crushing, you know?
She's good.
What are my standouts? What makes me different to everybody else?
Bro flipped it.
I just feel like...
Okay.
And she flipped it straight back. Yeah.
I mean, how are we created? Like,
Yeah.
Tell him, George.
Would you ever do it on camera?
on camera.
Yeah.
That tone may have seemed lighthearted, but the implications were anything but. This Reddit post did not just stop at vague allegations. It provided receipts outlining a troubling connection between Tana and Unruly Agency, which is currently facing multiple lawsuits from influencers who claim they were exploited. These lawsuits include accusations of wage theft, coercion into more explicit content than was originally agreed upon, and even the non-consensual posting of nudes. One influencer described Unruly's practices as modern-day pimping, which only raises more questions about Tana's involvement.
It got worse. We already talked about the 9 lawsuits that involved Unruly Agency posting women's nudes without their permission, going into models' accounts and changing that banking information to theirs, them pulling out life insurance policies on their models in case they can just M off or something. I learned the details of another suit. Also, Tana is more involved than I thought. Regarding one of the suits, there was a woman who sued Unruly Agency because they tried to force her to meet one of her top donors in real life, and she did not want to at all. And we did touch on Tana's involvement. However, this resurfaced.
We discuss paywall platforms such as OnlyFans. I have an agency under OnlyFans where I sign people and I manage them and I bring them to the correct managers to help them and do the stuff like that.
Let's take a closer look at how Tana's partnership with Unruly Agency plays into all of this. Back in April 2021, Tana announced her collaboration with Unruly to launch Tana's Angels Agency. At the time, she marketed it as a way to empower creators, particularly those on OnlyFans. But as more details come to light, it is becoming clear that this agency might not be the supportive platform she claimed it to be.
I make money off of, obviously everyone knows, in every financial interview we discuss paywall platforms such as OnlyFans. I have an agency under OnlyFans where I sign people and I manage them and I bring them to the correct managers to help them and do the stuff like that.
But the real bombshells are coming from the ongoing lawsuits against Unruly Agency. Influencers who were once signed with Unruly have come forward with serious allegations, including wage theft, being pressured into producing more explicit content than they were comfortable with, and even having their nudes posted without consent. The fact that Tana's agency was developed in collaboration with Unruly has led many to question whether she's complicit in these unethical practices. And with Tana's deep connections to Unruly, fans are left wondering if she's been profiting off these alleged unethical practices all along. The optics here are anything but good, and as the lawsuits against Unruly continue to unfold, it's becoming increasingly clear that Tana's involvement in this controversy could be much deeper than anyone originally thought. It's no surprise that fans are outraged. The backlash against Tana has been swift and brutal, with many former supporters expressing their disappointment and shock across social media. Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, and Reddit have all become platforms for fans to voice their anger over the revelations. One Reddit user summed up the general sentiment, saying that this is some dark-ass, gross-ass shit. Tana built a platform in empowering women, but this isn't it. For many, this isn't just another drama-filled controversy. It feels like a betrayal of the very values that Tana once claimed to represent. Tana's fan base has always been loyal, but even the most diehard fans are finding it difficult to stand by her after these allegations. The idea that she could be profiting off vulnerable creators in the sex work industry, especially after positioning herself as someone who champions empowerment, has left a sour taste in the mouths of many. Social media has been flooded with comments like, "I've supported her through everything, but this is too much, and Tana needs to be held accountable for her actions." The disappointment is palpable, and it's not just from fans. Other influencers have started distancing themselves from Tana as well. This scandal has become a full-blown PR nightmare for Tana. Her reputation, which was already built in a shaky foundation of past controversies, is now crumbling under the weight of these new accusations. What started as a business venture that was supposed to empower creators has turned into a story of exploitation, manipulation, and betrayal. And the fallout is only just beginning. What does the future hold for Tana Mongeau? It's hard to say for sure, but one thing is clear. This scandal is far more serious than anything she's faced before. The allegations against her are not just about bad business decisions, they're about potentially exploiting vulnerable people and profiting off of them in a way that feels grossly unethical. If these claims continue to gain traction, Tana could find herself losing not just her fan base, but her entire brand. Influencers like Tana hold a significant amount of power, but with that power comes responsibility. Unfortunately, it seems that Tana may have crossed a little line she can't step back from. Fans are watching closely, and they won't be quick to forgive if they believe Tana has been exploiting them all along. One Reddit user put it bluntly, saying, "It is super disappointing, and I think this is the end of the line for me in terms of being a supporter or a viewer." And that sentiment seems to be spreading. While Tana has managed to recover from scandals in the past, this one feels different. It's darker, more damaging, and far more complex. As the fallout continues, it's becoming increasingly clear that this isn't just another controversy that Tana can brush off. It could very well be the end of her career. Don't forget to share your thoughts in the comments, and make sure to subscribe for more updates on this story and others. Until next time, catch you then.